What's up, internet, and welcome to GM10's Friday 5. It is Friday, December 20th. Santa's almost here, and so is your top 5 news stories of this week in less than 5 minutes. And let's make sure we smash that like button, hit that subscribe, and make sure your notifications are turned on. That way you never miss another video of GM10. You're ready, I'm ready, let's go. First up, we have Heisman Trophy winner. And you know, I am a man that admits when he's wrong. And I was wrong. Travis Hunter won. I had all my coins on Ginty, but you know what? Travis Hunter deserves this one. He played incredible all year long. Had an awesome year, even though his team didn't make the playoffs and Ginty's did. Ooh, but what do I know? He won it. What do you think? Do you think he deserved the win? Did you think Ginty was robbed? Also, side note, some of the others got votes, and I want to know who voted for them, because it was clear that it was between Ginty and Hunter. But you know what? To each its own, right? Congratulations, nonetheless, to Travis Hunter. You deserve it. A season for the history books. Kudos to you, my friend. Good luck in the NFL. Next up, we have Michael Vick. No, he's not coming back to play, even though I'm sure he could still school some people in the football field. He is coming back to coach. Now, this is really interesting because last episode we talked about Bill Belichick coaching and him never coaching in the college level. Can he do it in that capacity? And now we have another one, Michael Vick. Is he just a name, just like Deion Sanders? Now, Deion has hyped up Colorado tremendously. They were like 1-10 or 1-11 before he got there. He has turned them around, not necessarily a playoff team yet, but he's got the hype. A lot of people want to play for him. Will Michael Vick have that same exact lure or that same exact luster? Can he put together a group of coaches that will be good at recruiting? Can he recruit? Can he coach? So he hasn't really put on those shoes. Can he do it? He's a big name. People know who he is, obviously, whether good or bad. He was a good player. So can that translate into the coaching? I'm interested to see at Norfolk State if they'll do better than they did before. And can he recruit? That's the biggest thing in college football. And I think a big name like Michael Vick or Deion Sanders or Bill Belichick, regardless of the program, he's going to bring some players into that program. And I think he'll be pretty good. But will it last? That's yet to be seen, even with Deion. So I'm interested. What do you guys think? Do you think Michael Vick can do it? Or is it just going to be another hype for another lackluster season? Speaking of recruiting, our next topic is the transfer portal. Okay, so you either love it or hate it. Depending on what team you wrote for, they could pull some really good players. This one's interesting because it's like the Wild West out there. I'm speaking directly to football, and there's a lot of questions, a lot of controversy, and I want to know your opinion. There are people that are leaving their schools to enter the transfer portal while their team is in the playoffs or while their team has a shot at going all the way. Now, what would you do if you were in that position? You're not playing that much and you only have a certain opportunities before these spots get filled up. So they have to jump ship. They have to move on to the next team. By the time they graduate, they'll have 3 or 4 schools under their belt. To me, you have to have a commissioner over college football that regulates some of this stuff. Maybe you lose a year of eligibility. Maybe you have to sit out like you did before, or there's different time frames that you can do this or that. I don't really know the answer, to be honest with you. I want to know what you guys think. Do you think the portal's good for these schools? Do you think it's good for the players? Or do you think it's just crazy and it needs to be controlled? But at the same time, you've got a team like Marshall, who they're bowl eligible, they're in a bowl, and they had to cancel their bowl because the entire team entered the transfer portal after the coach was fired. So these rules, these regulations, these guidelines, there has to be something in place. What do you think the answer is for college football transfer portal, and what do they need to do quickly before this gets out of hand? Now we switch to the MLB. A lot of trades happened this week, or a lot of acquisitions, should I say. Last week was Juan Soto, the big headline news of the Mets. Now we have Kyle Tucker leading the way going to the Cubbies. I love Kyle Tucker. I think he's underrated. He's a small stature, but yet he can just smash the ball. He's a good outfielder, and I think he'll do really well at Chicago. And obviously, they got Kyle Tucker on the flip of the coin because they're losing Cody Bellinger to the Yankees. The Yankees seem to be grabbing everybody they can. They're trying to beat the Dodgers in amount spent on players this year and years to come. Picked up Cody Bellinger, seasoned vet, put him in center field. They'll move Stanton over to right field probably, and that'll get a consistent bat in the lineup, a consistent arm in the outfield. Speaking of arms, they also grabbed Max Fried. His contract was up in Atlanta. Atlanta didn't want to pay him apparently, or the Yankees were just like, here, have everything. So the Yankees definitely help their starting rotation, which I think is probably their weakest link. And Max Fried, if he's healthy, will give them the much needed arm to go deep in the playoffs. And the bullpen, the Yankees also acquired Devin Williams. Now, they gave up Cortez, who I really like. I think he's a fun, quirky guy, but quirkiness doesn't win you ball games. And Devin Williams is one of the best relievers in the game right now. So great acquisition there. Whether or not it pans out, we'll see. The Yankees are gearing up for right now. They want to win right now, where I think this acquisition from the Brewers, getting Cortez and another infield, this is more long-term. And right now, I think it'll help the Brewers as well. I don't know. Do you think the Yankees are spending too much for less? I mean, they lost Soto, so that's a big hurt, but we'll see how it pans out in the long run in October when it counts. Lastly, we have, I don't know if it's kind of news, but more or less just a fun tidbit. The unveiling of Notre Dame's hockey outdoor games in the Wrigley Field. Now, these unis are dirty. Got the C for the Chicago and the Cubs, but also has the Fighting Irish in the middle. I mean, look at this. This just looks super clean. I do love that college hockey is starting to put their foot forward and be a little bit more mainstream, because I think it's really crucial that people get involved in college hockey. Those that love NHL, they know about college hockey. It needs to be more accessible to everybody, where they can watch, get to know these players, so that when they get into the pros, they'll be fun to watch as they progress. Also, what's wrong with a Wrigley Field hockey game? I mean, how cool is that? Outdoors, in the cold, you gotta love it. I love the Winter Classics in the NHL. I love how they go to the pond hockey, if you will. I just think it's a fun environment for everybody. What do you guys think of the outdoor hockey games? I think they're fun. Let me know your thoughts. That is it, ladies and gentlemen, for the Friday Five. If you've made it this far, thank you so much. And make sure you hit that like, subscribe. It really helps us out. And also make sure you hit that notification, because we got more videos coming out on a weekly basis, and I'd hate for you to miss anything we have to offer. I hope you guys have a great holiday season. And until next Friday, see ya.